What if Leonardo da Vinci painted the Mona Lisa today? But instead of sitting still for months, she just posted a selfie on Instagram and went viral in 6 hours. The art world would never recover from the chaos. Picture this: Leonardo da Vinci, armed with an iPhone, digital art software, and a TikTok account, decides to create his masterpiece in 2025. But here's the twist: his model, Lisa Gherardini, is now a social media influencer with 2 million followers who couldn't sit still for more than 30 seconds without checking her notifications. Instead of spending 4 years perfecting subtle brush strokes in a quiet Renaissance studio, Leonardo would be competing with millions of digital artists, eye generators, and filter-obsessed content creators in a world where attention spans last exactly 8.25 seconds. But what would happen to art, culture, and society if history's most famous painting was created in our hyper-connected, instant gratification modern world? The results would completely transform how we create, value, and experience art in ways that would make the Renaissance look like a warm-up act. Let's start with how Leonardo would actually create the Mona Lisa in today's world, and it would be absolutely wild. First, he'd probably never get Lisa to sit still long enough for a traditional portrait because she'd be too busy managing her Instagram stories, responding to brand partnership emails, and filming content for her YouTube channel about Renaissance lifestyle influencing. Instead, Leonardo would revolutionize art by combining traditional techniques with modern technology. He'd used high-resolution photography, 3D scanning, and AI-assisted digital painting to create a hyper-realistic portrait that captures not just Lisa's famous smile, but her entire digital personality. The painting would probably include QR codes that link to her social media profiles and augmented reality features that make her eyes follow your phone camera. But here's where it gets fascinating. The moment Leonardo posts the first work-in-progress photo on Instagram, the art world would explode. Art critics, historians, and millions of followers would analyze every brushstroke in real time. The painting process would become the world's most watched live stream, with people placing bets on color choices and debating artistic decisions in the comments section. The finished Mona Lisa would go viral instantly, getting shared millions of times within hours. But here's the crazy part. Instead of hanging in the Louvre for 500 years, the digital version would be copied, memmed, filtered, and remixed by thousands of artists within days. We'd have Mona Lisa, TikTok dances, Snapchat filters that give you her smile, and NFT collections featuring Mona Lisa brilliance created by AI algorithms. Leonardo himself would become the world's most famous living artist overnight, with art auction houses competing to sell his digital masterpiece for cryptocurrency, while streaming platforms bid for exclusive rights to document his creative process. Now let's explore how modern Mona Lisa would completely transform the art world and celebrity culture. And it gets wonderfully chaotic. Lisa Gherardini wouldn't just be a model, she'd become an overnight global superstar with the most recognizable face on the planet. Within 24 hours of the painting's release, Lisa would gain 50 million Instagram followers, receive movie deals, and have fashion brands begging her to endorse everything from lipstick to luxury cars. Her enigmatic smile would spawn countless tutorials from beauty influencers trying to recreate the Mona Lisa look, and cosmetic companies would launch entire product lines based on her facial features. But here's the incredible part. The modern art world would completely democratize as millions of artists attempt to create their own response paintings to Leonardo's work. We'd see an explosion of artistic creativity as people use smartphones, tablets, and AI tools to create their own masterpieces inspired by the Mona Lisa. Art would no longer be limited to trained professionals. With expensive supplies, anyone with a phone could participate in this global artistic conversation. The economic impact would be staggering. Art education platforms would see massive enrollment spikes as people rush to learn digital painting techniques. Adobe's stock price would skyrocket as millions download art software. Museums worldwide would scramble to create digital Renaissance exhibitions featuring modern interpretations of classical art. But the real chaos would come from the authentication and ownership battles. With digital art, anyone could create perfect copies, leading to legal nightmares about intellectual property. We'd need entirely new systems for verifying authentic digital artwork, probably involving blockchain technology and AI verification systems that didn't exist in Leonardo's time. The most hilarious consequence would be that Leonardo and Lisa would probably end up with their own reality TV show, documenting the behind-the-scenes drama of creating history's most famous painting in the age of social media madness. Here's where the modern Mona Lisa scenario gets truly transformative for human culture. The instant global accessibility of the artwork would fundamentally change how we value and experience art, leading to the most significant cultural shift since the invention of photography. Traditional art institutions would face an existential crisis. Why would people travel to Paris to see one painting in the Louvre when they could experience an interactive, augmented reality version from their living room? Museums would be forced to completely reimagine their purpose, probably becoming immersive experience centers rather than static display spaces. But the most incredible development would be the emergence of collaborative masterpieces. Instead of one artist creating one painting, we'd see thousands of artists contributing to massive digital art projects inspired by Leonardo's work. Imagine a global Mona Lisa, where artists from every country add their cultural interpretation to different sections, creating a living, evolving artwork that represents the entire human experience. The educational impact would be revolutionary. Art teachers worldwide could use the modern Mona Lisa creation process as a real-time case study, with students analyzing technique, cultural impact, and artistic decisions as they happen. We'd have the first masterpiece in history where the creation process is as famous and studied as the final result. Social media would spawn entirely new art forms. We'd see story paintings that evolve across multiple Instagram posts, TikTok art challenges where people recreate famous paintings in 60 seconds, and YouTube series where artists explain their techniques while creating masterpieces live. The most profound change would be the democratization of art, criticism, and interpretation. Instead of a small group of art historians defining what the Mona Lisa means, millions of people would share their interpretations, creating a global conversation about art that includes voices from every culture, age group, and background. But here's the twist that changes everything. After 6 months of digital art chaos, social media fame, and global cultural transformation, something unexpected would happen that would restore faith in the power of traditional art. Leonardo, overwhelmed by the digital madness and missing the meditative process of traditional painting, would announce that he's creating a second Mona Lisa, this time using original Renaissance techniques in complete secrecy with no digital documentation or social media presence. The art world would go absolutely insane. The anticipation for this analog masterpiece would create the biggest cultural event in modern history. People would camp outside Leonardo's studio. Paparazzi would use drones to try to peek through windows, and art lovers would follow his every move like he's a combination of Banksy and Taylor Swift. When the traditional Mona Lisa is finally revealed, something magical would happen. After months of digital noise and instant gratification, people would be overwhelmed by the power of seeing actual brushstroke, real paint texture, and the subtle imperfections that make handcrafted art so moving. The ultimate revelation. The modern digital Mona Lisa would make people appreciate traditional art more than ever before. By experiencing both versions, humanity would discover that while technology can and amplify art, there's something irreplaceable about the human touch, patience, and craftsmanship that goes into creating something slowly and deliberately. So the next time you scroll past digital art on your phone or see AI-generated images flooding social media, remember this. Maybe the goal isn't to replace traditional art with technology, but to use technology to help more people discover the magic of creating something beautiful with their own hands. The greatest masterpieces are not just about the final image. They about the human journey of creation, patience, and the courage to put your soul into something that will outlast your lifetime. If the idea of modern Mona Lisa fascinated you, wait until you discover what would happen if Michelangelo had to paint the Sistine Chapel ceiling while live streaming on Twitch. Think social media art was chaotic? Imagine thousands of viewers giving real-time feedback while he's lying on his back painting religious masterpieces. Click the video appearing now to explore how live streaming would transform the creation of history's greatest artworks. Subscribe and hit that notification bell, because we're exploring how modern technology would hilariously transform the greatest moments in human creativity. See you in the next artistic adventure.